Every trailer will come with one of these manuals. They're operations and specifications manual. It has all the emergency contact information as well as, every components manual that's on here. So if you ever have a light go out or anything like that, you can find that information in here, as well as the directions on how to set up and do everything I'm getting ready to follow through here with. All right. First thing we're going to start with is turning on the generator. As you can see, the trailer's already been parked just like you would normally do. Unhooked from the truck, tongue jacks down. It's just sitting here like we just pulled up to a job site. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open these two trigger latches. Every latch has a lock on it, so it all can be locked away. So if you're inside a hotel at night or whatever, it can be safe and protected. The directions to start the generator are on the generator itself, as well as on the door right here. But a quick run through, you'll turn the choke on, you'll turn the generator on, and you'll turn this valve off. Then you'll prime it 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll turn this to the on position. When you do that, it'll make a sound for air coming out. There it is, and now it's ready to start. Then you cut the coat. Go ahead and shut the door, and it's ready to run. Before you raise the arm, you want to make sure you check your magnets and make sure that the surfaces are clear of any rust or debris. So just a visual inspection is probably best. Get up here, check these surfaces and this surface right here on all 4 magnets. If there is any rust or buildup, you want to take a Scotch-Brite pad and just polish it up a little bit. That way the magnetic plate adheres nice and strong and you don't have to worry about an accidental release. Once you've got your generator going, you can come to the back of the trailer, and what you want to do is place these jacks. These jacks can be stored right here if you're just traveling from site to site, but if you do need to take them off to store them overnight or just for safety's sake, you can take them off and store them in a belly box. But if you are just coming from site to site, you pull the pin, pull it off, rotate it 90 degrees, slide it on like that, line your holes up. Doesn't matter if you go in through the side or the top, just drop your pin in. And then you just want to lower these down so they're just touching the ground. We'll do both sides. At this point, what you want to do is visually check the ground that it's on, make sure the feet aren't sinking, and go ahead and make sure that the trailer's level. Once you have the trailer level, it's time to go ahead and plug in the pendant and bring the arm up into the position for the drop. The pendant can be located in any belly box door you want. I've got it stored right here next to the hookups. So go ahead and pull it out. Both of the hookup receptacles are labeled, so the top one's for the boom, which would be the arm, and the bottom one's labeled for the winch. You can only have the pendant plugged in at one at a time. That's a safety feature, so you don't have to worry about getting anything confused. So go ahead and lift it up, plug it in. And the pendant's labeled up and down, so that's go ahead and you'll push and you'll hold the up button, and the arm will start coming up. Once the arm's all the way in position, the pump will automatically keep running to hit a pressure release valve, but once it's in position, you can go ahead and let go of the button. So I'll go ahead and do that now. You want to keep a visual look. You want to make sure that nothing's in the way, nothing's getting caught. to go ahead and prepare, you'll want to remove the center I-beam. There's a pin on the bottom to keep it in place for transit. I've already removed that pin just for sake of time, so go ahead and pull it out. Pull it wherever you like. I'm going to sit it right there. What we'll do now is we'll pull out of the boom here and stick it into the winch. Alright. Before we do that, we need to disconnect the winch cable from the arm. So bring the winch cable down now and hit the down button. I'm going to try to keep a little tension on it so the cable doesn't get wrapped up on itself. Bring it to about right there. What we'll do now is open the dummy door here. Right here is the lanyard attachment plate. It's stored inside here and it travels here. What we want to do is go ahead and roll this out and set it on this shelf. Just like that. Continue bringing down the winch. And you'll open the chain link here. Run it through the eye bolt. Tighten it up. This doesn't have to be super duper tight. You don't have to block it down. You just need to make sure it's nice and snug. And also note that there shouldn't be any type of any other connection between it. It should just simply be the eye bolt and then the chain link. Once you have those hooked, you go ahead and hit the up button to bring the plate up. From this point on, you need to be very conscious of who's working around here. Any person looking or spectator needs to keep at least a 10-foot, 8-foot perimeter away from the trailer at this point. And you yourself need to make sure that you're very careful. Try not to walk underneath this plate. If a malfunction were to happen and it does fall, you want it to fall down, so keep yourself away from that. So go ahead and keep bringing it up. I'll bring it to about the top of this door. Right there. Alright, now what we'll do is we'll open this. It's the dummy slide. The dummy's housed inside here. You'll find the dummy in with the harness and everything already connected to it. And this is a permanent link lanyard. You'll disconnect that lanyard, connect it to the plate. Now what we'll do is we'll take the winch and we'll start pulling the dummy out of the slide. So jump up here. Go ahead and hit up on the plate. Start pulling on the dummy. Once the dummy gets to about right here, there's a secondary lanyard that keeps the dummy from sliding down. You want to go ahead and disconnect that. And then clip it back inside like this. Keep it out of the way. Continue pulling it up. Once the dummy's knees reach the end of the thing, we'll go ahead and push him off. Be careful, the dummy does have a little weight to him. Alright, once he's stable, go ahead and shut your door. Reopen the bottom door. Use your down button to bring the dummy down. Once his knees reach the shelf, you're going to put your hand in the center of his chest and push him towards the trailer. then let them just relax up against the edge there. And keep on bringing your lanyard plate down. One note, the dummy does wear a special harness. This harness is oversized for him. We don't have anything smaller for the time being, so this is what we're using. What y'all have will be a little bit tighter on them, so you won't have to deal with so much slack in the harness, so just keep that in mind. So once the dummy's set here and he's sitting fine and everything's ready to go, you want to come over to your small belly box door or wherever you want to locate them. And inside you'll store your quick release and whatever lanyards you want to use. We're going to use the short lanyard for this just so we don't waste one of the energy absorbing ones. Shut our door. Go ahead and unwind this. All right, you want to check the orientation of your quick release. The cable should be on the top part like this, so when you pull, this part will release from it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll connect it to the dummy. Then I'll lower the plate a little bit more. Bring the plate to me. Go ahead and connect the lanyard plate like that. Once everything's connected, you're going to go ahead and hit your up button again and start bringing the dummy up. Now one note, as you can see the plate's kind of going up crooked. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep this plate as perpendicular to this cable as possible. So when this starts happening, all you need to do is rotate it a little bit like that so all of your lanyards are pulling from the center point. Also, while we're on the subject, there's 4 holes right here for you to connect your lanyards to. You want to make sure that your lanyard is only on one leg at a time. You don't want to have 2 lanyards on one leg. So make sure that they stay separated. Okay, go ahead and keep on bringing your dummy up here. When he gets to about, when his head gets to about right there, you want to go ahead and stop him. Climb back up, and what we're going to do now is connect the emergency cable. This is just a redundant cable, just in case there was a malfunction with the magnets. The plate would not come down. This would catch it. So we're going to bring this. Remember to connect to a separate leg. So open your lanyard up, or your carabiner up, connect it to a 3rd leg. Once it's connected, go ahead and keep on taking it up. As it's going up, you go ahead and close this door. You can just keep on pushing the up button. The winch will automatically stop when it reaches up all the way to the top and the magnets are engaged. You'll also hear the plate playing. Alright, there he is. That's all the way up, and if you notice now, if I hit the up button, nothing happens because the switch is engaged. Alright, now the dummy's ready for a drop. What you want to do is kind of position yourself so you can get a good pull on the cable. So that'd be about right here. And you also want to check that the perimeter is clear of all people, onlookers, and yourself. Alright, now we're ready for a drop in 3, 2, 1. Alright, and that's a drop. Alright, now that it's time and you've completed the drop, you want to go ahead and bring the dummy down. This is a very crucial part here. When you push the down button for the winch, push and hold the button. Do not let go until the dummy drops. If you let go, the magnets will reset and then you'll have to start over. Every time you push the down button, it lets a little cable out of the winch and turns the magnets off, but it takes a second for the magnets to disengage. So, very important. Once you push the down button, don't let go until it actually comes down. So here we go. There you go. So you're going to bring them to about right. You'll bring them to about right here. His feet might get on the ground a little bit at this point, but you want to bring it down low enough to where you can reach the emergency cable. So that'd be about right there. I'll climb up here. Store it right there. Go ahead and open the drawer here. Go ahead and keep on bringing it back up a little bit. All right, you want to put your hand in his chest as you push it down and set him down. At this point, you can reset your quick release or change lanyards or anything that you need to do for the dummy or harnesses. For this example, we're just going to go ahead and put them up into the dummy slot like we were going to go take them home. So you go ahead and disconnect the quick release. Disconnect the second half from there. When you go to store the dummy, always use one of these 4-foot lanyards or something close to that. If it's shorter, that'll work also. For this case, I'm going to just use a 4-foot permanent lanyard like this. I'm going to go ahead and hit the up button. Bring the dummy up. Remember to be mindful of the plate above your head. Alright, we'll let the dummy sit there for a moment. We'll close this. We'll go ahead and open the dummy slide again. You're going to want to bring him up until his knees are approximately level with this slide. That'll be about right there. Store it inside this area. You'll find an additional piece. What this does is allow the dummy to slide into the drawer slot a lot easier. There's Velcro on the back of it, so placing it is easy. Just set it in there, line it up, set it down. Just gives them a nice transition to slide in, takes a little bit of stress off of you sliding them in. Once the slide's in place, you'll go ahead and he'll push his legs up into position, just like so. Being mindful of the plate again. Alright, you'll aim his legs down there like that. You'll go ahead and push the down button as you slide his legs and guide him into place. At this point, you want to go ahead and push his arms up in there. Make sure they're all clear. Continuing pushing the down button. At this point, what you're going to do is go ahead and connect the permanent lanyard back to the dummy so it doesn't slide to the bottom of the slide area. Once that's connected, you go ahead and push him, lower the pin a little bit. Go ahead and push him in. That's as far as he needs to go. Go ahead and keep on bringing the plate down. If you have slack, go ahead and remove the lanyard. Place it in there for next time. Remove this plate. Close the door. And put that plate back here. You can go ahead and keep bringing the plate down at this point. Guide it all the way down to the table. Undo your chain link. cable hang and store the plate. Be sure to make sure to give it a good wiggle once it's in there. You don't want it to be misseated in there. You want it to be nice and tight inside there like that. Once it's in, you can go ahead and shut this door and lock it if you need to. You want to grab onto your winch, make sure your link's all shut again. Keep the threads safe. Go ahead and hit the up button. Keeping a little bit of pressure on it so it spools nice. Bring it to about this high. And we'll go ahead and connect it inside here for storage. This will take a little bit of slack out of it, just like that. Once you're done with that, the arm's ready to put back down, and you're ready to hook up and leave. All right, now what we'll do is we'll remove the cable from the winch receptacle and plug it back into the boom. All right, now you want to make sure around the trailer is clear and nothing's going to impede the arm coming down. And go ahead and hit the down button. Just like raising the arm, there is an automatic stop, so just hold the button until the arm stops moving. Alright, once it's in place, you can go ahead and disconnect it from the boom. Go ahead and wind it up and store it wherever you prefer. I like in this belly box area, but wherever you like's fine. And that's it. All you need to do after that is raise your jacks, rotate them 90 degrees and reattach them, or store them in a belly box. All right, once the show's over and you're ready to go back into your generator here, open it up, just rotate this down. Then go ahead and shut your door, lock it, hook it up to the trailer, and you're ready to go.